Welcome to a profound journey through time, not just measured by the ticking of a clock, but by the unfolding of your soul's narrative. Today we're exploring what many call the midlife crisis. But let's reframe it. Instead of viewing it as a crisis, imagine it as a pivotal crossroads, rich with opportunities for growth, reflection, and transformation. Let's delve into the wisdom of philosophers to navigate these waters, turning what might feel like turmoil into a voyage of self-discovery. Let's start with Stoicism, the philosophy of resilience and inner peace, championed by thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus. They teach us a crucial lesson: focus on what you can control. Your age, your past achievements, the societal expectations of what midlife should look like, these are not within your command, but your reactions to them, your mindset, your choices, that's entirely your domain. Stoicism urges us to live in accordance with nature, which isn't about becoming one with the wilderness, but aligning our actions with virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Ask yourself, what virtues do you wish to cultivate as you advance through this stage of life? How can you use this time to embody these qualities more fully? Moving to Existentialism, where Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus offer us a different lens. Sartre tells us that we are condemned to be free, meaning that in a world without inherent meaning, we are liberated to create our own. This midlife point isn't a crisis, it's your canvas, your moment to paint your next masterpiece of life. What does success look like if you define it? What if happiness isn't about achieving but about becoming? Camus speaks of the absurdity of life, where we find ourselves in a universe that doesn't care about our plans, yet encourages us to dance with it. Embrace this absurdity, find joy in the act of living, in the absurd dance of existence. This isn't about resignation, but about choosing to live vibrantly, despite life's lack of inherent purpose. From Buddhism, we learn the art of mindfulness, the practice of being fully present. In the midst of a midlife crisis, this can be profoundly liberating. Buddha's teachings remind us that this moment, right now, is where life truly happens. The Four Noble Truths teach us that suffering stems from our attachments to youth, to status, to past identities. By practicing detachment, not from life, but from our rigid expectations of it, we can find peace within. Mindfulness invites us to experience life as it is, not as we wish it were, allowing us to appreciate the beauty and simplicity of the present. Let's turn to Epicurus for a moment, not for the hedonism often misattributed to him, but for his pursuit of true happiness. Epicurus posits that the greatest pleasure is freedom from pain and disturbance. This isn't about chasing after fleeting sensory pleasures, but finding joy in simple, sustainable happiness. Think about the pleasures of friendship, of learning, of a quiet moment with a book. How might you redefine your sources of joy in this phase of your life? Friedrich Nietzsche introduces us to the will to power, but not as you might think. It's not about domination or ego, but about the drive to overcome, to achieve personal excellence. Your midlife crisis can be seen as a mountain to climb, not a pitfall to avoid. What new peaks will you aim for? How will you redefine success, not by societal standards, but by your inner growth and self-overcoming? And then there's humanism, especially from Erich Fromm, who speaks of love not just as an emotion, but as an active state of being. Productive love, he calls it, where we invest in relationships, in creating, in being. This midlife period is an opportunity to deepen your connections, to give more than you take, to find meaning in acts of love, creativity and productivity. How can you engage with life in a way that not only benefits you, but also enriches the lives around you? Now, how do we apply all this wisdom? Start with reflection, writing down your fears, your dreams, your regrets. This act alone can illuminate paths forward. What have you always wanted to learn or do? This is your moment, perhaps later in life than you expected, but no less potent. Engage in new learning, pick up that musical instrument you've always admired from a distance. Write that book or volunteer for a cause close to your heart. Connect. Reach out to old friends, make new ones. Human connections are the bedrock of our existence. They provide not just support, but fresh perspectives on life, reminding us we're not alone in our journey. Remember, this so-called crisis is actually a crossroads. Each philosophy we've explored offers a path, and you don't have to choose one, blend them. Your life is your art. Paint it with the colors of wisdom, courage, and joy. Embrace this time as your renaissance, a rebirth into a phase of life where you can be more authentically you. From philosophy, we learn that life isn't about avoiding the crisis, but about thriving through it. Here's to your new beginning, to the unfolding of your narrative in ways you might not have imagined before. Thank you for joining us on this philosophical journey through the heart of midlife. Like, subscribe, and share this video if it has helped you see your midlife in a new, empowering light. Until next time, live well, live deeply, and most importantly, live with intention. Thank you for your moments.